Okay, all right, so we're talking today about this beautiful one-bedroom condo in Elima Street,
Right.
down 5 Regions. It's like the only condo that is VA approved.
Only leasehold VA
Only
approved
leasehold
on the island.
leasehold VA approved condo on the island.
Right.
And normally, when I have a client who comes in who's a VA client, which most of my clients are,
Yeah.
and they ask, "Oh, this leasehold is great because look how low the cost is." And I said, "Well, problem with leasehold is if the lease runs out, it's like
Right.
you're renting the property. You lose actually the building, and it goes back to whoever owns the lease.
Yeah.
And in this case,
we have a really unusual leasehold situation
Yeah.
where the fee holder, Bali Land, made a 100-year lease, so it expires in 2078, and it's $57 a month lease rent.
Yeah.
So it's set $57 until 2078, which is why it's such a secure leasehold situation that VA deemed it, acceptable for their veterans and active duty to purchase.
Yeah, and so typically, with the problem with the leasehold is, besides the fact that the lease is going to run out, is you're not going to, in Hawaii, it isn't necessarily the building itself that appreciates; it's the land that appreciates.
Right.
And so with the leasehold, you're not going to get the benefit of that, but as an investment, this is one of the few times where a vet can use his VA benefit, and after he lives in it for 1 year, because with the VA, the requirement is that you must have the home as your primary occupancy for 1 year.
Right.
And after that 1 year, you could rent that property out. And so
Exactly.
The price on this one is $225,000.
Yes.
And if you're looking at a mortgage payment, the mortgage payment is going to be about $1,600 a month.
Mm-hmm.
How much can you rent the property for?
So this particular unit has 2 parking stalls, which is really unusual even for that building. So the most recent rentals in the last 300 days for the 1 bedrooms went for $1,525 and $1,550 with 1 parking spot. So I anticipate you'd be able to rent this out for a little bit more, having the 2 stalls, and it's been recently updated. So the condition's great, and you have unobstructed views from Diamond Head Punch Bowl all the way to the Waianae coast. So it's really a unique property in that sense.
Yeah, this is one of the few times where I would recommend to my VA buyer to
Right.
buy this. Matter of fact,
Right.
I just bought another home, but if this opportunity were afforded to me, I would do it.
Right, me
Because
too.
you live in it for a year, you get passive income
Yeah.
almost immediately, and after 30 years, and you're probably going to pay it off, because $225,000 really on the island, it sounds like it's a crazy amount.
Yeah.
It can get paid off pretty quickly. You can do that.
Mhm.
And then you got $1,600, and guess what goes up every year? Just about
Rent?
Rent's going to go up. Your mortgage payment is not going to go up.
Yeah.
And so you're going to start cash flowing on that pretty quickly. And the VA loan was meant for home buyers to live in, but if you do it smartly, you can utilize
to
it.
build wealth. Yeah.
And at a cost of $225,000, there's a max no money down limit in Hawaii, which actually should be going away at the end of the year because the VA is changing their regulations on that. But even if it didn't, $225,000 of your benefit you're going to use to buy this property. You live in it for a year, you still have $500,000 left in benefit.
Right.
That you can use to purchase another property.
Right.
And you're not doing anything illegal. That's legal. That's a
Yeah.
legal way to use a benefit that you earned serving your country. So
In fact, 25 isn't chump change. You can still utilize that to buy a pretty decent property, and especially for some of our active duty members, if they only need a 1-bedroom space, this is a great segue. And then who knows, 1 year maybe you'll need 2 bedrooms. So then you can upgrade and keep this as a rental property.
Yeah.
Or if you decided you didn't want to keep it as a rental, and things change, you could even still sell it, and the person purchasing it would still have enough time left on the lease to be able to get another 30+ year loan.
Yeah, I would pay that thing off
Right.
and just ride that cash cow.
Yeah.
You know, and they say in real estate, it's all about location, location, location.
Yep.
You are in a great location if you're stationed Fort Shafter,
Right.
Camp Smith, Pearl Harbor, Hickam.
Even K-Bay is just over the mountain.
Yeah, the
Poly.
I'm going Hale on here. The Poly, you go right over the Poly. When it
H3.
opens up to H3, you got, I mean,
Yep.
it's a super quick trip.
Yep.
And then you got those views. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and 4th of July,
Yeah.
New Year's, you're going to see the fireworks from almost every window.
Yeah.
So it's
So
pretty crazy.
So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the
Okay.
property real
Yeah,
quick
sure.
while we're in here. So this is a master bedroom with a little desk space already built in. That is amazing. Look at that view. Did you stage this home?
I did a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Well, you did an amazing job,
Thank
Christina.
you.
There's a reason why you're just one of the best realtors on the island.
Thanks, Larry.
All right. Is that a real plant?
It is a real plant.
I like that plant. Actually, I like the art behind it.
Living room here, kitchen as well, full-size stove and fridge, not just a munchkin stove and fridge there. And it's a decent amount of space, and even though it's not huge, the windows give that illusion too, that you have that, you know, where your eye gets to continue to wander.
Yeah.
And you see all of those views. That's the harbor.
Is that a mirror?
It is.
That totally makes it look like you got. That is amazing.
Yeah, and the mirror's staying. But yep. And then it has an open space over the closet area.
Okay.
So the current owner has a TV there that they utilize in both rooms. You could keep it there or just leave that open space. Yeah.
Nice. All right, and so that's just kind of another. Oh, this yours. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
They
it's a
could turn.
TV.
Oh, wow, got it. That's not really the ocean there. Come on.
No.
All right. Well, wow. That's a great use of space, though.
Yeah.
I could drink coffee every morning, watch the sunrise.
Sunrise and
Yeah.
sunset from this view. And then you
Yeah.
also have at the property tennis courts, basketball courts, huge recreational kind of spaces downstairs where I know that they do dance classes. Sometimes they have live music, people practicing guitar, ukulele, men and women's sauna, barbecue area, and there is no laundry in the unit, but there is coin laundry on a lower floor, and then a pool. Tons of guest parking.
Lots of
too.
amenities.
Yeah.
And
For
wow,
$424
yeah.
for the maintenance fee.
Yeah. And when I say the mortgage payment would be $1,600 a month,
Yeah.
that includes the maintenance fee.
Yeah, so maintenance
Yeah.
fee as well as the lease rent of $57 a month and
Yeah.
the property taxes I think were 60.
Yeah.
60
$67. So
So-
that's total cost.
total cost without electricity, but unless you're running your AC 24/7,
Yeah.
your utilities shouldn't be crazy.
Yeah, and typically you're gonna make your tenant pay the
right,
electricity
separately.
anyway.
Yeah, so just for
and-
that first year.
Yeah, and that maintenance fee covers typically all the sewage and the water and all that. So,
Yep, trash.
but those are a lot of amenities for
Yeah.
a place. So.
And hot water's included in that too.
Yeah. So do a lot of units in 5 regions come up for sale?
Usually the studio units do, but not typically the 1-bedrooms. And
Yeah.
this is not the highest floor, but the second to highest floor as
Okay.
well. So you are getting the maximum view vantage and being on the ocean side as well.
That's a really good point. So you're on the second highest floor.
Yeah.
So you got this unobstructed view.
Absolutely.
That's not
and
going away.
Nobody's going to be building up at the airport right there or in.
Are you gonna see
housing-
the high-speed rail? Can you see the high-speed? I don't even see
you
the
might
high-speed
be able
rail.
to see the rail. It just looks like a little train track. But yeah, they're a little tiny.
I thought it was actually going to be high speed. I saw it on the tracks at a golf course last week, and
Yeah.
it was just tooling along. I'm like, really?
We'll see what comes up first, the lease rent or the
Oh!
rail.
Oh
But yeah.
man, somebody's not going to like that. I don't care. I like it. I think it's pretty funny. This is a nice little kitchen too.
Yep. Full-size kitchen,
Full
sink,
size.
everything. They did do a cute little thing with the microwave so that it is attached to the cabinet.
okay.
So you still have that counter space.
Let's move my hand finger out of the way. There you go. My hand. Yeah, I mean it looks nice countertops. Keeping that microwave off the table, the
really
counter, just gives
helps,
you a
yeah.
lot of space.
And then that
And a real plant.
bar actually is movable too.
This one here, the island?
Yeah.
Okay, you see it
So
right
it doesn't
there.
necessarily have to
Okay.
stay there, but it's helpful.
Yeah, especially
And
for
it has
entertaining
additional
and stuff,
storage
yeah.
too inside.
Man, I love it. I really like this, Christina. This
Yeah,
is beautiful.
yeah, it's a great property for, you know, a first starter or, you know, something that you could invest in later on. So for,
Yeah.
especially for VA buyers that are looking for something quick, close to the base, and to help build wealth and cash flow later on down the line, I think it's a great opportunity.
And that is really the big issue with the leasehold is, you know, a lot of times we can't lend because the lease is less than 45 years.
Right.
Here, we got an extra 30 years on top of that,
Yeah.
and that is key. And you know what,
Crazy.
you know, there are some costs that go up. Rent definitely goes up. And there's just
No
that
question.
the housing report that just came out this week said, you know, rents are rising at a clip I think a little higher than what the appreciation of homes are. So,
Right.
or the cost, you know, the median sales price of a home. So that's going up, and you know, people are worried. Well, what if the economy goes down? What if our economy goes bad? Well, when the economy goes bad, guess what? People buy fewer homes. So what are they doing? They're renting.
Right, and that continues to increase.
So the rent goes up actually typically, and when the economy goes down, the housing market slows down. So it's really there's no investment that doesn't come with risk.
Right.
But risk here is pretty minimal.
Yeah.
You know, the rent now the $57 a
Lease
month
rent.
lease rent, that's not going to change.
No.
That's huge.
Yeah.
The maintenance fee may go up a little bit.
Maintenance fee may go up a little bit,
But-
I mean the proof is in the pudding. I do have another client who's owned in this building for about 10 years now.
Yeah.
They have 4 units currently. They've sold one of them, so they used to have 5, and they're in the green for cash flow continuously, and they continue to up their rent, except for one unit. The tenant's so great that he's just kept the unit the same rent, but you know, being able to see other clients happy in this building over a course of a decade and them still having that cash flow really gives me the confidence to be able to tell other clients that, hey, maybe you should check this property out, regardless of it being leasehold and all of that, you know, that comes negative with those.
And I think the price is right.
Right.
You know, it just came.
It just got reduced.
Just got reduced. So, I think that's. I love this house. Thanks, Christina,
Thanks
for
meeting
coming
up
by.
with me.
I tell you what, this is fun. Let's do this again.
Okay,
All right.
will do.